aspirants came to a conclusion that there is a need for the election to be postponed, even if only for a day. And the ward and local government election commissions, disbanded and reconstituted. So these are some of the reasons why we're here. Àwọn tí wọ́n rán wá láti Abuja kó wá ṣe primary election. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ekiti wọ́n ti jagbà lọ́wọ́ wọn. A dẹ̀ rí pé a lè ṣe primary election kankan tó máa múnádóko tó yẹ pé àwọn government officials ni wọ́n wá ṣe ń bíbá yìí. Àwọn tó ń rán wá láti Abuja kan wá ṣe wọ́n ti gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn, wọ́n jẹ́ kán ṣe. Ìdí nìyẹn tí gbogbo àwa olùdíje tó kù àwa 7 nínú 8 fi ìhónú wa hàn tàdé ń sọ pé kán dá ètò ìdúró lénìí kán lè tú gbogbo ètò kó tó di pé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ṣe ètò ìdìbò náà.
Àwọn tí wọ́n kọrúkọ wọn láti lọ darí ètò ìbò ní gbogbo àwọn local government, àwọn èèyàn tá a mọ̀ wípé wọ́n ń tẹ̀lé candidate bí Ọdún Oyèbánjí ni, àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n jọ lọ gba fọ́ọ̀mù ni, wọ́n jọ ń lọ káàkiri ni. Báwo lẹni yẹn ṣe fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé a máa lè rí pé òótọ́ náà ṣe. Ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé èèyàn ò ṣe é ṣe náà. Ó yẹ ká máa fọpọlọ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá ń ṣe ká máa ṣe pẹ̀lú ọgbọ́n. Eléyìí kò sọgbọ́n kankan bẹ̀. Ó yẹ ká ṣe meeting láàárọ̀ ẹ̀, tá a bá ṣe meeting láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ pé ká jọ jíròrò lórí gbogbo nǹkan tá a rí yìí. Tá a bá parí meeting yẹn, ìpàdé yẹn la lè ṣe sọ pé bóyá a ní gbọ́kànlé o àbá ní gbọ́kànlé wọn. Bọ̀ ní ìsìn ó yẹ ká ṣe meeting láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. So a ti ń bẹ̀ wọ́n pé kán jọ kán jẹ́ ká ṣe meeting ìyẹn là ń dúró dè. Ṣètò ìdìbò kankan táwọn tó wà níbí lè ṣe báyìí because àwọn tó ń kó síbẹ̀ wọn ò lè ṣe bó ṣe yẹ kán ṣe. Ṣogbo yẹn là ń láti jọ wò tó gbó yẹn ká mọ̀ pé ètò tó dáa ni, ètò tó tọ́, ètò tó péye ni kó tó dípa ìdìbò. Nǹkan tá à ń sọ nìyẹn pé kán jẹ́ ká pàdé láàárọ̀ ẹ̀, ká ṣèpàdé láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ tó yẹ la wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ báyìí.
We are here because we had an appointment to meet the chairman of the election primary committee here, that is Governor Badaru of Jigawa State. We had an appointment to meet him here by 9 a.m. But he sent a message. Time now is about 5 minutes to 10. We are all here to meet him. But curiously, we received a message a few minutes ago from the secretary of the committee that the chairman will not be meeting with us. And what is the reason? He said because we had issued a statement overnight, in which we complain about some of the things we observe about the process, which are not particularly fair to all the aspirants. He said because of that singular reason, he will not be meeting with us, and he had gone to the field to monitor the election. We think this is extreme display of arrogance. We have been asked to come and do a duty in Ekiti State to conduct elections. It is the right of aspirants to complain if they see reason to do so, and for you to address those complaints. And for him to now say he will not meet with us, at this secretariat, I would think he has already compromised the process and the whole thing is over. And what are the reasons, what are the grounds for our complaints? Yesterday he had a meeting with us, and we observed that all the people that have been nominated to conduct this election in the various wards are the supporters of one of the aspirants. Many of them are currently holding important government positions. The rest are top party people who are supporting him. As you will see in evidence very soon, many of them actually are accompanying that particular aspirant to Lagos to obtain his form. They have been actively campaigning with him, and we have pictorial evidence. And these are the people who have been nominated to go and be returning officers in all the wards. Yesterday we complained. They said we should forward some names to them, some of our own names. They gave us 20 names out of 531. So if you add the 7 names, all of us together, 7 who are here, that would be 140 out of 531. But those 140 names have not even been reflected anywhere. They have not been accommodated. They are still sticking with their original list of 531 generated by the supporters of one aspirant and the government. And they are on the field now, pretending that they are conducting any elections. So we complained about that. They didn't address it. And that was one of the reasons why we issued that statement. And that is one of the issues we wanted to come and address this morning, for which the governor is not granting us any evidence. He had already given these people all the election materials. They are doing whatever they like with the research hits. Supporters of one of the aspirants. For how long are we going to continue with this kind of thing in Nigeria? So there is no election going on anywhere in Ekiti State. The whole process is a farce. There's nothing going on anywhere in Ekiti State. It's only the supporters of one of the aspirants, Mr. Abiodun Oyebanji, that has all the materials for the election. And we think this is very, very despicable. And we cannot accept it. And it will not work. And it will not stand. Whatever is worth doing well. So we will not succumb to an imposition on us. This is a democracy. Are you saying that because of time constraint, why did they not organize this primary 2 weeks ago? Why did they plan to the last minute? Maybe that's part of the agenda. So we cannot, because of that, accept what is totally undemocratic. It will not work. We are not going to take it. That's our position.
Now, sir, what is the next line of action?
The next line of action is that, number one, no candidate has emerged or will ever emerge today in Ekiti State. That one should be known, because no election is taking on. You can see none of our supporters are ready for this election. They are going to places to just go and concoct figures, which will not be acceptable to us. And we are registering it to the whole. I want the whole world to know that no election took place in Ekiti State. Of course, there will be other line of action. The first thing is to know is that no candidate has emerged. No candidate will emerge. The authorities have the right. If the people you send to go and do a job are not doing it well, you can recall them, you can stop the process. We said Governor Badori should have met with us this 9 o'clock to address our grievances. Don't we have the right to complain? Please, don't we have the right to complain? Why did he, in the display of arrogance, refuse to meet with us? It means that I need the agenda. And we know that he's a very good friend of Governor Fayemi, who is sponsoring one of the candidates. And we said we wanted to address to come and meet you. You refused to meet with us.
Are you suggesting that it should be changed?
We are saying the whole process should be halted, should be stopped, because nothing is going on. People just want to concoct figures, and we are not going to accept it.
Let me explain this picture to you. Let me explain this picture to you. If you look at this picture, these are the crew that left Ekiti as advanced party to assist Abiodun Oyebanji to collect his form. If you look, I'll just make one example. This is Kemi Olaleye. You all know Kemi Olaleye? Yes. Kemi Olaleye here, she's the chairman of the election organizing committee for Oye local government.
And the returning officer.
And the returning officer are there. If they don't want to fail, do the thing. They need to stop whatever they are doing and let us organize, recompose the list of people that want to control this election. And then we go to people that do the election. We're not boycotting anything. What we are saying is that the process needs to be legit, needs to be done in an appropriate manner, and then we can proceed. I hope you understand where we're coming from. All the people you see are distinguished men. And probably this person here, these are ex-senators, these are members of our budget, former service senators, former members of House of Reps. How can people be treated like this in this state where we have invested money, we have done everything for the party? Why did they collect our 22.5 million if they only have one ticket anyway? They should have just told us, no need to come. We only have one form. Then we wouldn't have bothered wasting our money. We would have gone to whatever party we want to contest if we choose to do so. So it's extremely important for you guys to push this in and let the local state and the party know that they're already building their house on sand.
Kiss the party goodbye in the state. Simple as ABC. If they want to doubt what capacity we have in this state, let's go for it. It's June 18. Simple as ABC. We don't relent when we start. It's not a threat, it's a prophecy. And you all get to take that the way I've just said it. we all felt he was. But for what he just did tonight, yesterday night, up until this morning, it clearly shows that they have a game plan. Whatever that game plan is going to opt for 2018, 2022, 18th of June.
SSS to complain. We went to the Commissioner of Police to complain as law-abiding citizens. I would believe we're making all those protests also on your behalf. But let me assure you on behalf of all of us, the last is yet to be heard. What happened in Ekiti today was only a charade. It was not a primary election. It was an abuse. It was a mockery of democracy. And we have resolved to take further steps. We are not just doing this in Ekiti. We also take this beyond Ekiti and to every platform where we need to make a point and make a case on your behalf and on behalf of ourselves.
Well, the way forward, we keep pressing. We'll press all the authorities concerned and push for them to recognize that we keep failing as a nation. We keep failing as black people because of behaviors like this. Why are they afraid of election? Why? Yeah, so based on that, all of you, everybody that is here, it is our collective responsibility to make sure that we free Ekiti from this shackle of slavery. We will also assure you, all of you that are our supporters, that you will not be left behind. We will not leave anybody behind. So, kí gbogbo wa ká lọ dúró lórí ẹsẹ̀ wa, ká lọ dúró lórí ẹsẹ̀ wa. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́nìkan lè fi anybody ṣe wọ́n lè ṣe ju iná ṣe lọ báyìí tí wọ́n jí result sheet. So tí wọ́n kàn ó ju olè tán kú lọ́jà lọ lọ́jà yìí àwọn náà máa rí gbọ́ ẹ ṣé ẹ̀yin èèyàn. Thank you all for your support.
As far as we are concerned, nothing has happened today. We went into a contest based on a set of guidelines, and the guidelines were very clear. We are also members of a political party that is governed by a constitution. And the constitution of our party is also very clear on the mode of conduct of primaries. The guidelines that were released by the party made it clear that one, there shall be, in accordance with Article 6, Sub 3 of our constitution, there shall be an election committee so that about data then sort of bínú and explain constitution. There shall be an election committee, a 7-member committee that will conduct these primaries. Same provision as there shall also be an appeal committee, a primary election appeal committee, that will hear complaints in the event that the primary had taken place and some aspirants were agreed. The 2 committees also shall be inaugurated. Kilonja inauguration. We swear you in as chairman, we swear you in as secretary, we swear you in as members. And the press will cover it. Everybody will know this is the committee that is coming to conduct this primary. Nothing like that ever happened. There was no inauguration of any election committee at any point. And as aspirants, when they wanted to take our money, they gave us the procedure 22.5 million naira is not a change. And if you say 22.5 times 7, that is, I mean, a lot of money. 154 million. So if you took that from us and you gave us a guideline and you refuse to follow that guideline, I made the first point: no inauguration of any committee to our knowledge, and it wasn't officially communicated to us that so committee has been inaugurated. The first time we got to know about the existence of this committee was 2 nights ago, when they sent us a text message that we should come to Aditinoye Hall by 2 p.m. yesterday. And we were all there. And that was when, for the first time, we could confirm what had existed as rumors on social media, that Governor Badaru was leading a committee to come and conduct our election. In fact, we had all sorts of names, governors who were coming. But the rumor became real yesterday. Number 3, yesterday we were also told, that election committees had been set up in both. Yesterday we were told that election committees had been set up in both at both the ward and local government level. And we saw the names of the people, the 3-member committee in each of the 177 wards. 3 times 177 is 531. Who were the people there? Government officials, political appointees, known supporters, canvassers, and campaigners of Biodun Oyebanji. 1 out of the 8 aspirants. I will say, wait a minute. 531 people will be in charge of this election. And we are 8. And all these 531 came from 1 aspirant. All these 531 came from 1 aspirant. What kind of election is this? We registered that protest yesterday. And at the end of the day, they said bring 20 names each. We will include them at the ward level. We met again and we said, even if 7 of us brought 20 names each, 20 times 7 will be 140. We have 177 wards. So that would mean that we still have 37 wards where none of us will be represented. And we insisted they should give us more. We thought that was the worst. But that was not the worst. The worst actually came after we left the place and they released the names of the local government election committee. And when we saw the names, it was names also of people who are serving in the Central Working Committee of the campaign of Biodun Oyebanji. Apart from the fact that they are also mainly government officials. And they were the people who were appointed as returning officers. For Ado, they appointed Mr. Ayo Adebite. You all know him. We know him as a supporter of Biodun Oyebanji. On that ground, we know he couldn't be the returning officer. In Oye local government, they appointed Mrs. Kemi Olaleye as the returning officer. Mrs. Kemi Olaleye is not only a member of the Central Working Committee of Biodun Oyebanji Campaign Organization, She's actually the head of the women wing of that campaign organization. They made her the returning officer in Oye. In the F1, they appointed Honorable Goke Olajide, a serving member of the House of Assembly, who also had followed Biono Yebanji to the National Secretariat of the party in December to collect his nomination form. In his own local government, they appointed Mr. Ajayi, son, Femi Ajayi, Mr. Femi Ajayi. Yeah, people, no, forget that he was head of service. They appointed Mr. Deji Ajayi as returning officer for his own local government. It's not only that he's a supporter of Biono Oyebanji and the government official too. He actually also followed him to obtain his nomination form in Abuja. He also followed him to the screening exercise in Abuja last week. So we can go on naming people. You don't see Honorable Fadipe, Ikole, Honorable Arubasoye. These are people that you yourselves know. Now, here is our point. If we say we are players, and we are all aiming at the same goalpost, can you appoint one of us as a referee?
No, sir. No, sir.
That is the summary of what has happened in Ekiti. And we think this is unfortunate. We think it shows lack of respect for democracy. It shows lack of respect for the party. It shows lack of respect for every card-carrying member of this party who has worked so hard to build the party and to support the government of the day. For us, it's not a personal fight. Even if we are not going to do anything on our own, because of you, because of the party, because of democracy, we will fight this. Because it is not the right thing to do. What you hear from any one of us is what you hear from all 7 of us. I have not said anything new. I have not said anything that we did not say inside before we came out. We didn't even know we were going to address you. So any of us addressing you would have said the same thing that I've said.